shoulder circles, and I'm just going to do park circles, but you can go ahead and extend your arms all the way if it doesn't bother you. And then just go ahead and start to warm up through your shoulder joints, and this will help to lubricate the shoulders. And then we're going to slow down this direction, and we're going to go the other way. And then some of the stuff I can actually incorporate some physical therapy in if I'm using really light weights. So if you see me with weights, I've been kind of approved to do it. And then from here we'll do rotate palms facing down, thumbs in, and then open up and thumbs face out, and then cross over. And I'm not going to, I'm modifying for myself. So if I'm not going all the way, please go ahead and go all the way. I'm just being a little sensitive of that right shoulder. And when your palms face up and your thumbs reach up and back, really feel that stretch through the front of the shoulders. And then just one more time. And then we're going to start our first exercise with our jack presses like we always do. So we'll do our 20 seconds on and 10 seconds rest. You can do jumping jacks if you'd like, or you can do jack presses. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, and begin. We're here for 3, 2, 1, and rest. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. We're halfway done with this one. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. Just 2 more rounds. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. And preparing for our final round. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, and done. So the next exercise is a cardio again, sorry. And then we'll pick up some weights. But it's diamond jumps or diamond steps. So you want to have enough room where you can make an X on the floor with your body being the center of the X. You start with your feet together in the center of the X, and you either step into a squat forward or you hop into a squat forward. And then you either step back to starting point and bend the knees, and then step back to the back two parts of your X and squat down, or you hop back. So if you're hopping, or if you're stepping, you're still gonna feel your quads and your glutes and a little bit into the hamstrings. So we'll start in 3, 2, and begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. And we're getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Remembering to drop the booty down deep and low so you really feel your legs and your butt. 3, 2, 1, rest. When you bend down, the knees stay behind the fronts of the toes. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. Halfway done with this one. This one gets your heart rate up there. 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. Getting ready to go. Just 2 more. 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. We have just one more round. Getting ready in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and done. Grab a sip of water if you need. The next exercise, we will use either weights or bands. I'm going to demo with weights because they're lighter. And it's squat with biceps. So if you have bands, squat down, placing the bands around the feet, stepping on the bands. You can either hold the handles or you can hold lower down on the bands. And then your palms face forward and exhale biceps. Inhale, lengthen, exhale biceps. So we'll do that for 20 seconds. Side view, it's not a deep squat. It's a partial squat. You're feeling your quads. You're zippering in the lower belly, so there isn't any weird arching in the lower back. So you'll feel this here, and you'll feel it a little here. And then, of course, in your biceps. So I'm actually it to 5. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Squat down. Exhale, biceps to arms, and lengthen. So even though you're squatting down, make sure your heart is moving back in space. So put weight into the heels, zipper in the lower belly. Exhale as you're drawing the weights up to your shoulder height. 3, 2, 1, rest. Straighten the legs and breathe. Getting ready for the second set. Squatting down, find your foundation, palms face forward. 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. So you're moving slowly here. So you're feeling the work when you go both up and down. Keeping those shoulders down away from your ears. Remember, weight into the heels so that you're actually feeling your glutes. 3, 2, 1, rest. Straighten your legs and breathe. Preparing to go, squat down, palms face forward. 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale, inhale, lengthen. Exhale. So remembering to breathe. It's kind of a little bit of a break where we can sort of catch our breath from those crazy diamond jumps that I have a love-hate relationship. Those and standing mountain climbers. I love them, but man, do they work. 3, 2, 1, rest. Straighten your legs, breathe. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Micro bend, palms face forward, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. So check in with how this feels. If it's too easy, you can make it more challenging by holding your hands further down on your bands. If this is too difficult, do the opposite. Move your hands up. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Release. Straighten your legs and breathe. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1. Squat down, palms forward. Begin. Exhale. Inhale. So you're moving with control. Really making your mind-body connection. So think about your bicep muscles. The tear is not in my bicep tendon, so I feel okay doing this. I have inflammation there, but not a tear. The tear is in the top supraspinatus, the top rotator cuff. 3, 2, 1, rest. Stand tall. We have just one more round of this. Getting ready to go. Drop down, find your position. 3, 2, 1, begin. So not only are you thinking about the biceps that you're strengthening right now, but also think about the legs that you're working. Think about how when you engage your lower belly, you're strengthening your core as well. So these little contractions, this time under tension in the other body parts, not only the biceps is helping to make us stronger. We're here for 3, 2, 1, and done. Straighten the legs. Go ahead and place the weights down. We're going to do another cardio exercise. So this one is going to be working the outsides of the legs, the insides of the legs, and our heart. So your feet begin together. You step out, out, in, out, out, in. So you can find the pace that you want to go at. And after a couple of rounds, you'll feel it here and here. So we're going to start in 3, 2, 1. Begin. Out, out, in, out, out, in. Now we're naturally going to step out with the same leg each time. We just start that way, which is fine. I'm going to ask you to alternate on that next round. So notice what leg is leading. For me, it's my right. 3, 2, 1, rest. And then the next round, I'm gonna have you lead with your opposite leg. So getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Opposite leg leads. Took me a minute to get there because you actually have to think about it. I just have my hands on my heart because I don't know why. Otherwise, my arms are just kind of flobbling around. We're here for 3, 2, 1, rest. So now your leading leg can begin again. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Out, out, in. So you find your pace. I'm on my toes. My heel, sometimes it grounds just a little. Most of my weight is in my toes. A micro bend in the knees. And of course, always zippering in that lower belly. It never hurts to work that belly more. 3, 2, 1, and rest. So we're halfway done. We're gonna go back to the less dominant leg. The leg that's a little less natural to start with. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, rest. So we have 2 more rounds of this. In 3, our dominant leg will lead. In 2, 1, begin. So you find your pace. It's either moving quickly or moving more slowly or alternating. So do what feels good. Take it to where you need to take it today, your limit today. 3, 2, 1, rest, which where you are today may not be where you were yesterday, may not be where you are tomorrow. So many things impact your physical ability, and that is okay. Non-dominant leg, 3, 2, 1, go. Every single day is different. Sometimes it's lack of sleep. Sometimes our energy is just low for some other reason. Sometimes our energy is super high for some reason. I made my coffee this morning and I just realized I forgot to drink it, which is good because I'd be sweating more. 3, 2, 1, rest, and done. So our next exercise, we're actually going to get down on the ground and we're going to do some sit-ups with our legs in a tabletop position. So if you have a mat or a rug to lay down on, that would be perfect. And then go ahead and lower yourself all the way down onto the ground. And then in a tabletop position, your knees are above your hips and your shins parallel the ground. And when you do that, you can feel that your knees are pressing your lower back flat on the ground. So from here, we're going to add a tiny bit of a challenge. One leg at a time, we're going to straighten that leg. And then we're going to hold that leg straight while we do sit-ups. So the challenge of this is that you might feel it in your lower back. If you do feel it in your lower back, lift the extended leg up just a little bit so the weight of the leg presses your lower back flat on the ground. You can also engage through the lower belly and help press it down yourself. And take your hands behind your head. Pretend like you have an orange underneath your chin and you don't want to squish your orange because you don't want to get juice all over yourself. So we're not pulling on the back of our head with our hands. We're just holding our elbows out to the side. My fingers are barely touching. It's my arms out to the side that are helping me work my core more. We'll start in 3, 2, 1. Exhale, peel the back of the heart away from the ground. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, inhale, breathe. Continue to come up and down. Notice which leg you have long, because we're going to alternate. We're here for 3, 2, 1, rest. Bend both knees in, ground your feet. And we're getting ready to go. Tabletop your legs, send the other leg long at a 45-degree angle, or lift it up more if you need to. 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Breathe. Check in with your lower back. If it's okay, great. This is challenging on the core. So if it bothers you at all, just lift that other leg up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Both feet on the ground. So we're going to alternate again. Getting ready to go, creating our tabletop. Send your first leg long again. Starting in 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale, peel up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, inhale. Notice how when you exhale, you can push all of the air out of your belly, so you actually feel your belly contract more. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Both feet on the ground. Breathe into the belly. Getting ready to go. Set yourself up tabletop. Second leg goes long. 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale, peel up. Inhale, lower. Remember to breathe out. Let your breath be a tool to assist with your movement. 3, 2, 1, release. We have 2 more rounds, 1 on each leg. Getting ready to go. Tabletop your legs. First leg extends. 3, 2, 1, begin. Remember, don't squish your orange. Don't strain your neck. Avoid pulling on the back of your head. Your fingertips can just lightly be grazing. 3, 2, 1, release. We have just 1 more round. I know you're feeling it now. We'll stretch this when we're done. Getting ready to go. Second leg extends. 3, 2, 1, begin. Three, 2, 1, and done. So from your back, roll to your belly. Place your palms beneath your shoulders. Flick to the tops of your feet where you tie your shoelaces. Press into the ground and come up into a cobra pose. So you're lengthening the front of the belly. You're lengthening the front of the core. Your shoulders are stacked above your wrists. And then exhale, shift back for a tabletop. Our next exercise is going to use weights, and it's going to be on the ground. So we're going to do bridge pose with weights at our hip crease. If you prefer to not use weights at your hip crease, that's fine. I'm going to grab 8s. You can, oh, hang on. Does everybody have weights? Yes, okay. Mom, if you don't have weights, which I can't hear you. Mom, if you don't have weights, I'll give you another option, and anybody can take that other option. So I'm going to use 8s, and then down on the ground, you'll come into bridge pose. So your knees are going to be bent. The placement of your heels is you reach your fingertips and you can touch your heels. Place the weights on the crease of your hips, and you'll have to hold the weights with your hands. Energetically, think about keeping your knees towards each other. So your knees have a tendency to splay open. You're going to want to keep your knees above the feet. Exhale, lift up, contract and engage. Inhale, lower down and tap, barely. Exhale, lift up, contract. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Squeeze at the top. If you don't have weights, you can obviously do this without weights, but if you want to add a layer of challenge, you can send one leg up and do one leg at a time. So we'll grab our weights, or we'll just set ourselves up and we'll get ready to go. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Squeezing at the top, inhale, lower, exhale, press. So really feel those glutes engage. As you push away from the earth, don't let the knees splay open. So energetically draw your knees towards each other. Again, if you don't want to use weights, you can use no weights, or you can add a layer of challenge by lifting one leg up. 3, 2, 1, rest. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale, squeeze at top. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze at top. Hold that contraction. Inhale, lower. Pressing it back up immediately. So the time under tension is when you're working. The time that you're lifted and contracting through the back line of the body, you're here for 3, 2, 1, rest. The next round, we're going to hold up top solid. So if you were alternating legs, ground both of your feet and just hold at the top. In 3, 2, 1. Exhale, lift up, hold at the top. And while you're at the top, pulse, pulse. So you're still keeping lifted. You're just finding a little bit more time under tension by contracting at the top. We're here for just 5. Final 3, 2, 1. Release, lower down. The next one will go back to lifting and lowering, or we'll give you a chance to do one leg and then the other. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. So this round should feel just a little bit different after that last round of pulsing at the top. So hopefully you can feel it just a little bit more in your booty. We're here for 3, 2, and 1. And then release, lower down. We have 2 more rounds. Getting ready to go in 3, 2, 1, begin. Lift up, contract, inhale, lower, barely tap, and then lift right up again. Really pushing away from the earth with your feet. When you're at the top, really press up. Feel yourself working. We're here for 3, 2, last 1. And rest. So we have just one more round. This round, both feet on the ground. We will pulse at the top. In 3, 2, 1, begin. Hold at the top. Feel that contraction and pulse. Pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, in 1, hold steady for 5, contract, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Place the weights off to the side. Cross your legs in front of you. Sit up. And we'll come to standing for our next exercise, working into the triceps. So you can either use a band or your weights. Uh-oh. Come on. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I'm here. I just look like Kevin. Trying to get my camera to go. There it is. Sorry. All right. So we'll use either a band or weights for tricep kickbacks. So we're going to come into a stance, our crescent pose stance. So we have one leg forward, the other leg back. Your front knee is bent over your front foot, and your torso is hinged forward. So you don't want to be straight up and back here. You're going to hinge forward and press your back leg up to the ceiling. You're going to feel the glutes of this front leg because we just worked them. And then you're going to hold the weights. Sorry. If you have a band, place the band around your foot, and you're going to hold the elbows next to the body and then straighten the band behind you. If you're using weights, you're going to hold your elbows right next to the side body. And as you exhale, straighten the arms behind you, feel the triceps. Bend, weights go to the belly button, exhale, press. So we're working the backs of the arms to counter the bicep work that we did. 3, 2, 1, begin. It looks like some of you have started. Three, 2, 1. Step your back foot forward, stand tall, take a break. We're going to keep that same leg forward for the next 2 rounds and then switch. Getting ready to go, set up your stance in 3, 2, 1, begin. Think about the backs of the arms being worked. 3, 2, 1, rest. So that mind-body connection where we focus on what we're doing really helps our intention grow. Set yourself up. 3, 2, 1, begin. And remember that time under tension is when your muscles are growing. So as you extend the arms behind you, create that tension in the triceps. Feel that tension in the backs of your arms. 3, 2, 1, rest. Step your back foot forward. So we're going to switch legs. The opposite leg is going to go back. 3, set yourself up. 2, 1, begin. So those elbows are behind the back of the body. So the focus is on the backs of the arms. 3, 2, 1, rest. We have just 2 more rounds. Getting ready to go. Set yourself up. 3, 2, 1, begin. 3, 2, 1, rest. We have just one more round of this. Getting ready to go. Let's set our stance up. 3, 2, 1, begin. You're here for 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice job. Go ahead and place the weights down. Thank you for your patience during those technical difficulties. We're going to find a little bit of a stretch now. So feet about hip distance apart. Let's inhale the arms up to the ceiling. Then as you exhale, find a baby back bend. Goal post your arms. Inhale your arms high. And exhale, release your hands behind you. Interlace all 10 of your fingers. And then straighten the arms behind you. So feel that stretch through the front of the shoulders. We're going to just do a tiny bit of a release to the neck. So just take your head and tilt it a little to one side. And then back to the other. And then back to center. Release the clasp of your hands. Inhale your arms high once again. As you exhale, take your hands through your heart and fold forward. Drop your gaze behind you. Surrender into the length of your hamstrings. Breathe. Perhaps your fingertips touch the ground, or perhaps they're just hanging. We're going for length in the backs of the legs, so if your fingertips do not touch the ground, if you continue to do this every day, they will start to get closer. Gently release, bend into your knees to protect your lower back, come up to standing. And then find something to hold on to, or else use your opposite hand for balance. We're going to stretch the quads. So bending the leg behind you, hold the outside of the foot, and then draw your knees towards each other. Use your hand to pull your heel towards your butt. So you feel length. The more your knee points towards the ground, the more length you'll feel through the quads. Oh, look at that cute little doggy. And then gently release, switching sides. Make sure you draw the knees close to each other, arm out for balance, or on a wall, or on a staircase, or on your hip, whatever works for you. And then gently release. We're going to find a figure 4 stretch. We usually do this seated. I'm going to say let's try to do it standing and play with balance a little bit if you're okay with that. You can be next to a wall to hold on. So you're going to micro bend the standing leg and cross the other leg on top of it and then bend down. So if you're near a wall, or here's a tower fan that I can even use, just to hold on to something. So we're getting some balance in the standing leg. In your top leg, flex your foot to protect your top knee and pretend like somebody placed a seat behind you. So you're leaning down to try to reach into that seat, and you're going to feel the stretch on the top leg. So you're going to feel it through the piriformis, through the glutes. So when we were doing our bridge pose, this is helping to lengthen those areas where we were shortening muscles. Keep your spine tall, and the lower you sit, the deeper you stretch. And then release, come to standing, and switch sides. So again, you can hold on to something, a chair, a fan, a wall, a staircase, whatever is close by. Flex your top foot. Have a seat in your invisible chair behind you and lower the booty down. Keep your spine long, heart lifted, and feel that deep stretch through the top leg. So you guys are doing some yoga now. Breathe. You're really doing yoga throughout a lot of the exercises when you're connecting your mind and your body and your breath. You're present in your body. You're uniting, and that's what yoga means, to unite. Your awareness. And then gently release. Come up to standing. We're going to find a wide stance with our feet parallel to each other. And then send your arms out to the side. And then fold forward with a straight back. And then lower your fingertips to the ground. And then drop your head towards the ground. Let your gaze drop behind you. Feel that stretch through the backs of the legs. Feel that stretch through the insides of the legs. And then push away from the ground with your hands. We're going to find a little bit of a side lunge. So just bend one knee. So feel that stretch. Deepen into the inside of the thigh of the long leg. Your fingers can be grounded. Make sure the knee of the bent leg does not shoot way past the toe. So try to keep it behind it. And we're going for a stretch to the inside of the thigh. And then come back up through center and find a side lunge the other way. And then come back up through center. And then from here, I like to just heel toe my feet together, but you can get your feet together any way you want. We're going to find a little back bend. So inhale your arms high. Exhale, goal post your arms. And then just send your hips forward just a little bit. So you find a spinal extension. And then release.